All right, Lakeland Rustlers basketball team's in action this week again.
Yes, and the men on the road last week going 1-1. Now they're going to be entertaining the Keano College Huskies this Friday and Saturday.
Cut him off. Lucas, make him change. Here you go.
The Lakeland Rustlers are hard at work after splitting their first 2 games to open up the season. Pleased but not overly happy with their performance, the Rustlers are putting the time in team defense.
We did a good job there on Friday night, and that's probably attributed to the win. And then not so much on Saturday night against Lethbridge. We knew we had to control their point guard. He went off for 25 points, and that was probably the difference in the game.
A lack of communication from one of the stingiest teams in the ACAC, leading to the Kodiaks shooting 53% from the field, something that can be addressed.
If we play second half like we played first half, then we probably would have been a better game. As long as we talk on defense, then we get stops.
Just coming together, like just overall chemistry and talking to each other. There's kind of holes that way. So when one person doesn't talk, then, like kind of like a chain reaction.
And against a team like Keano College, they can't afford to make the same mistake twice.
They made it to the national championship last year, and so they got a new coach, some new players, but I think they're for real.
Which means they'll have the size in the low post, but the Rustlers feel they can exploit the lack of quickness and do it early.
We can hurt them with our defense, our full court defense like we always play. Being a big team, they're usually not fast, and we'll hopefully have that advantage.
First 5 minutes, we punch them in the mouth, then it's over for. We know how to attack people when they're tired. We're always in shape. The whole month of September, we just run.
You can run and catch the Rustlers and Keano Huskies Friday night beginning at 8 o'clock.
All right, moving on to the Lloydminster Universal Heat. They ended the month of October with, you guessed it, an undefeated record. As Matt Schumont tells us, the team is heading into a new month and will have to be on the top of their game with a big tournament just a couple weeks away.
It was the same story for the Universal Heat as they collected another 4 points over the weekend to extend their winning streak to 12 games.
It was good wins. Even though we may not have played our best, we worked hard, we got everything done, anything we needed to do. We shot the puck, went to the dirty areas, and buried any pucks we needed to.
Everybody just had to work hard. We were just making good plays, just burying on our chances, and everybody was going.
The Heat were given a good test on Sunday from Camrose, coming out with a 5-3 win. Having trouble shorthanded, allowing 2 with a man down, the Heat know they got to be better as Camrose comes to Lloyd for a rematch on Saturday.
It's going to be a good game for sure. There were some things that we noticed that weren't working on our penalty kill, and so we'll have to take note of that this week in practice. But yeah, they came out and they played really, really tough games, so kudos to them, and we're looking forward to another shot at them this weekend.
A couple bounces didn't go our way, a little penalty trouble. All we need to do is stay out of the box, work just as hard, and we won't have a problem with them.
Now, after going perfect once again in the month of October, the Heat know they'll have to be even better with the Hockey Hounds tournament in Medicine Hat just a couple weeks away.
This one for sure, we need to be peaking by the middle of the month. We're heading to Medicine Hat for the big tournament there, so we want to be making sure we're on our best game and rolling when we get there.
Matt Schumont, Newcap Sports.
Lloydminster and area has produced some great curlers, and it all starts with their junior program. So when a local program was about to be shut down, one woman came to the rescue.
There's a lot more than throwing a rock down the ice. It looks pretty easy until you get out here and try it.
For nearly 20 years, Pam Armstrong, along with her sister-in-law, have been running the Junior Curlers, a program teaching youngsters about the sport of curling.
Like we were telling the kids today, if you don't go home sore, then you weren't trying hard enough, because they should be sore after today.
Pam caught the bug early as her husband was a competitive curler. She would eventually get her kids hooked on the pebbled ice.
I've had 4 kids that have gone through the program, and when my youngest was about 4, they asked me if I'd take over the junior program. And I said I can only do it if he can come on the ice.
Over 60 kids are enrolled in the weekly training that has produced some notable curlers from the area.
Just even in the last 3 years, we've had 2 of our curlers, Lindsay Makachuk and Taryn Holtby, that have gone on to be in the Tournament of Hearts, which is our national women's event. And my son, Mike Armstrong, was involved with Team Saskatchewan in 2012 in the Briar.
The program continues to grow. However, the lack of leadership nearly had the program shut down. Last year, Pam decided to hand the reins over. The thing is, no one stepped up. Fear of losing the program altogether, Pam is back as the instructor.
Yeah!
Which has the kids excited to be back and playing the sport they enjoy.
Curling's one of the main things that I do, seeing as I go to a lot of bond spiels with it. If it hadn't been for her, there wouldn't really be a curling program this year, so she's a really great lady to thank, seeing as she's done this for all the years that I've been here.
I had a few lessons from my parents, but I wouldn't really be able to do much without her. It's a good balance of activity and camaraderie, and I like it because I'm good at it.
And at the end of the day, it's those kids that keep her coming back.
I just love seeing the way they have fun out here and interact with other children, and it's just wonderful to see.